All right, we're firing up the Futures Fanatic live stream for our, let me tighten this up. Futures Fanatic live stream for the afternoon of Thursday, July 17th, 2025. Just want to remind everybody to please read this risk disclosure and disclaimer, and that this presentation is for educational purposes only. Everything I say is my opinion. All trades presented should be considered hypothetical and should not be expected to be replicated in a live trading account. Read the rest of that. And if you're the first one here and can give me a 1 in the chat for picture and sound, that would be great. Thank you, Lenny. Appreciate that. All right, I'm just starting this stream short in a couple accounts. I'm just going to leave. It's going to be probably pretty boring, everybody. Just leaving on top step right here. I need to work on these accounts a little bit. The three Express accounts here. Balance is about $380 in each account. Goal is to do 500 to 1,000 per week. I'm going to focus on them a little bit. I'm also short the NASDAQ here in a couple of PropShop accounts on Tickblaze, and this has been a grind as we just keep pushing higher. So if we get a little pullback, it would probably be right into the close. So I would expect a run up. It's very foreign for me to talk much about expectations or things like that, but I know people do like that. I have no strong opinion on anything. I don't know. Every tick is random. It could grind higher. We could get a tape bomb. Just we are in the offer zone here on all these indices here up at all-time highs, so I'm just staying pretty small and trading between a 2 and a 3 lot in the NASDAQ, and again really small over here on Project X for real quick up here. I am also short Bitcoin at these highs, but that's my only position over here, and looking to add at what would be a new all-time high. Sometimes you get a nice reversal right off that level, but more often than not it goes up and breaks through it for a little bit, so we'll see what happens there. We can do a little vote for who rather watch Bitcoin shorts or S&P shorts. If you had some longs into pullbacks today, I don't like the term trend day. It's certainly not a trend day. What the markets did today was just meander higher for most of the day with very shallow pullbacks. So I would caution on any longs here. I don't see a whole lot of longs. If you're already in, let me move this over. I'm going to center this. Hold on. I don't look centered anymore. Is that over this way? There we go. Move the camera a little bit. Keep getting complaints that the sound is not good. Also, whenever I do this or look up. So you're just going to have to deal with it. I try to talk right into the mic as much as possible. I was notified, you would think I'd know this since I'm involved with the firm, but they don't tell me anything, that PropShop is running a deal right now where you get 50% off your activation fees. So if you do it the way I generally suggest, which is to start with evaluations with these firms, you can buy them directly. But you see how it says 50% off all activation fees? And I think I was told that that's retroactive to if you bought some before. But if you haven't gotten involved, if you're doing 80% off and then 50% off an activation fee, that's a very low cost account. So you might want to consider that. Codes are TDG-EVAL. TDG-EVAL for the evals. It does help support the channel, and if you check down below, you can also get free access to the Tickblaze workspaces if you want. I think it'll be a little bit more exciting to watch to watch this NASDAQ short than the S&P short. So we'll keep it. I'll keep it on the screen for a little while. Yes, PropShop is not available in a lot of European countries. It sucks, but it's for good reason. They could have chosen to offer it everywhere else, but guess what? All these programs that are doing that have no path to live because the regulatory requirements for true live prop trading in Germany, France, Spain, Italy, and many other countries is very different than live prop here in the US. So you can't have it both ways. Everyone wants to say that they want a firm that's truly going to back them in live markets. As soon as they're capable of doing that, they will offer evaluations or direct to funded accounts, but a lot of legal work. No. So PropShop offers currently just rhythmic data feeds. So you can work with any rhythmic data platform provider, and there's also ways to copy trades to PropShop if you understand how to do that from a separate platform. I don't know what Aqua Tower is. Is that Quant Tower? There's so many platforms. I've spent the last 6 months doing all the testing and everything I can to get Tickblaze to the place that I need it. Still some issues with using these Renko bars, but working on that. And if you're using just minute bars, I have a different desktop that I'll be distributing, which is the Stay in Your Lane, that has just minute bars, 5-minute bars. So basically, it'll look like this. It'll look like TradingView. Look like TradingView, feel like TradingView, smell like TradingView. All right, suck it, NASDAQ. Why was the pattern day trader required for stocks and not for futures? Who knows why any regulations come about, but the equity markets are regulated by different entities. That's FINRA and the SEC. The futures markets are regulated by the CFTC and the NFA. And futures naturally have a lot of leverage built in, whereas stocks don't. So if I had to guess, I would suggest that some genius decided, well, since equities are more expensive, we need to protect people both with trading options and equities and make sure they have a little bit more money so they can just lose more money. As opposed to, what can you really do in a account with $5,000 for stock trading? A whole lot of nothing. You can buy options, right? That's why Robinhood got so popular. Plan is to not jump around a whole lot today, but I am going to get a trade on here in these same accounts in
order filled, position open.
Let me show you a little bit about how I do this too, which is I hit sell ask and sell bid.
Order pending. Order filled.
I'll do it again.
Position open.
Sell ask, sell bid.
Order pending.
So that's a 2-lot. So instead of
order filled.
So I sold one at 767 and one at 1 tick price improvement at 7. Same thing. I'll sell the ask and sell the bid.
Order filled. Position
so getting short.
pending. Order filled.
Getting short up here.
Order pending. Order filled. Position open. Order pending.
15. And this is the account where we're short over here. Okay, I have a short over in this account where I'm down $70, so I'm going to buy the ask
Order
there.
filled. Order pending. Order pending.
If you're fading strength on any days like this, you have to take almost every little retracement in your favor. Unfortunately, I was at the gym. I just got back a little while ago. I was at the gym for this move down here, so I didn't take off any of my inventory. We did not get to the +1s at the time, but if I had been watching, I would have taken off another one for sure across a few accounts. But there's a plus side and a downside to that. The plus side is that with this trading strategy, if you are in at the right times and properly sized, I just had 2 and 3 lots here, you can leave your computer and leave these things on. Now, there will be a day you should have a catastrophic stop into the upside, but I'm up pretty nicely in all these accounts. There's only so much pain or damage I could do. That being said, I mean, you can see a 1% up day in the NASDAQ turn into a 2 or 3% seemingly out of nowhere. It's a little bit more difficult at all-time highs, but anything is possible. We have Netflix. We have Netflix after the bell today as well. Let me check what positions I'm in my tracking account. Yeah, so I'm short the Dow here in the tracking account as well. Short a little bit of Dow. Pretty similar to the positions I just put on, 44,757 right there. Yeah, so there are firms that are taking European customers and Asian customers and others and putting them into live accounts through certain relationships that they have in Europe or elsewhere, but it's not compliant. They're not compliant with U.S. law or even certain European laws, but they just don't care. So it's fine. I mean, look, it's for the benefit of the trader. I mean, Tick is doing a lot of direct accounts where you bank some for a live account. So by all means, I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just suggesting that for right now, PropShop has chosen not to do that, and I'm hopeful that they will at some point. All right, I'm just going to take
Order filled.
take some little. I mean, these are just really quick scalps, everybody.
Order filled.
Just to bank a little bit, and then we'll leave a runner going.
Order filled.
But I do want to highlight that little trick of sell bid, sell ask. More often than not, you'll get price improvement on that second one. And if not, you just miss it, and you can just sell the ask after the bid gets filled. If you get into the habit of learning how to place orders other than market orders, but sort of things that are similar to a market order for yourself, you're going to see. Here's an example. This sell limit did not get hit, so I only have a 1 lot on here. I have a 2 lot on here. So,
Order filled.
and if you want to get out for sure, just hit buy ask when you want to cover. So question about going short here, the Dow Jones on a day like today or what have you. The answer is that plus twos in all environments are always a sell. Now, when I say always, it means it's always a signal. So right here, the plus twos are always a sell. There's nothing wrong with buying pullbacks to VWAP. We haven't had any pullbacks to VWAP. And if you buy pullbacks to a one standard deviation above VWAP, when it works, it feels great. Like when you buy these pullbacks into here and it goes right back up, it feels great. But it's very, very difficult to back test that because there's a certain amount of discretion. So if you were only saying, okay, I'll buy pullbacks in these types of trending markets or grind higher or what have you, then you're going to find yourself in a position where you'll never catch the trade. Okay? That's all. So you don't have to take this plus two short. You could certainly be looking for a move down to here as your entry. But if it never reverses to get you back to VWAP, then you just don't trade. But good question about outside day up. You can choose also. Remember, what I'm trying to do here, everybody, is tell you that all this stuff that you might hear about rules and strategy rules, and then people tell you, oh, well, you know, this or that doesn't work because you're not doing it the right way, or you don't have enough training, or you need to spend more time looking for the iceberg triple flip reversals, or you need the parabolic SAR to do this, and then it has to do this, and then you have to confirm with that. Then you got to rub your belly, and then you have to do this. No, all you have to do is manage risk. Now, I understand people come in and watch because I'm teaching and showing some strategies and some levels, right? About 80% of price action in the S&P will stay within 2 standard deviations of VWAP during the cash session. Let me say that again, a little over 80%. I've said this, and they're creating these little clips and putting them on YouTube and elsewhere, and then I get all kinds of misinformed comments. It's fine. I mean, shorts are what they are. They're taken out of context. During the cash session, which is 9:30 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we backtested for 14 years. Because all we were looking to do is not create a strategy out of it, just understand how often and under what conditions price stayed within 2 standard deviations of VWAP, so that we could understand where we wanted to start building inventory on the short or long side. Then you add some filters over time and you say, okay, of all sessions and occurrences, that's about the percentage. However, if you are more than about 50% ATR, it increases to about 84%. If you're more than 65% ATR, it gets up to 80%. And guess what? If you are at close to 90 to 100% ATR, and I'm using the 7-day ATR. So for instance, if the S&P's 7-day ATR, 23-hour 7-day ATR is 59 points, okay, which is around what it is right now. Let's say 60 points. And prior to the bell, the New York session opened. Listen to this, everybody. This is simple logic. You can build whatever trading strategy you want off of this, but no one teaches this kind of stuff. I watched a great video today from a guy that's made like $3 or $4 million as a trading influencer. Seemed like a good enough guy. I'd never even heard of him before. He was making like $400,000 a month in affiliate commissions from TopStep. And he never made any excuses for saying that he was that great of a trader or you should follow him or he offered any courses. He just provided a lot of value, as some of these influencers do, around the rules of TopStep and intricacies of prop. And I understand that many people are into all that. Here's what I'm looking to do here is to actually teach you how to trade. Okay? That does not mean teaching you a strategy. That's a subset of teaching you how to trade. The way you learn how to trade is you manage risk, and then you have a framework that you're working with. I'm going to give you a framework that you can look at, okay? And that framework is mean reversion, because it's generally an easier approach to manage risk with mean reversion trading. So all that being said, when when about 90 to 100% of the 7-day ATR range took place during the Globex, the overnight session, okay? In other words, you had 55 points of range in the S&P from high to low during the overnight session. Ding, 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 the bell rings. Guess what? Now, 90% of price action will take place inside of 2 standard deviations. So now what you're starting to do is build frameworks based on probability. And then the only 2 things that matter are volatility and volume. So not disparaging about all these other things, but literally every other indicator. And yes, VWAP is an indicator with just math, drawing some lines on the chart. But all other strategies that try to look at indicators, or even if you trade naked and you just make up nonsense about what happened in the past because it was a liquidity pool or an iceberg, or like I said, a corgi farted in Japan and something happened. The outcome of this trade of selling the +2s is meaningless. If it happens to work out, great, but it's meaningless. What's meaningful is that it is a line. What means something is that it's a line that you can see on your chart that you can start walk forward testing and playing around with this if you want. And if you look at the description down below and you want to check out Tickblaze, which is totally free, you can get this desktop. 1 click, install it, use it. I will get comments, because I always do. Tickblaze sucks, it's not working, whatever. Okay, fine. Then don't use it. I'm just saying, if you want these Renkos, 1 click install, you want these bands shaded like this. Let's go back to the NASDAQ. Is it moving in our favor? No, it's not doing anything.
Order filled, order filled, order filled, order filled, order filled. Order filled, order filled, order filled, order filled.
Okay, I'm just going to check here if I have any more inventory on in the... No, I don't. I just have just 1 lot short here on the Dow. So questions about, so the question is, do you have it framed out in your mind how much risk budget you need per micro? No, I don't. I have a daily risk budget. In the accounts that you're looking at, it's $440. That's a little bigger. These are $50,000 direct to funded accounts from PropShop. If we check in with this trade here, I don't think it's going anywhere. My risk budget in these accounts is $300. I've gotten close to it a couple. I mean, nothing is moving, so I'm just gonna get out of this. See that with and a made up sell up there. But so no, I use a daily risk budget, and then you back into risk per trade. You can make it as scientific as you want, but what seems to work for a lot of our traders is if your risk budget is $300, try as best you can to never have a trade lose you more than half of your daily risk budget. It just starts to mess with your emotional capital. I've been mentioning all week, it's kind of been Bullonox champion Mark Yu, who I did a Trader Talk Tuesday with on Tuesday. You can find that in our Discord channel in the free area under Trader Talks. I asked him 3 different times, can you please share your secrets, because everyone wants to know how you took $60,000 out of Bullonox this year in just 5 accounts, 5 $50,000 accounts. So starting with $2,500 of risk budget. So essentially taking $12,500 as your entire account balance and growing that 5x in real money. I love doing the Trader Talks. He's a member of our community because so often people want to think that there's something else going on than what I am demonstrating. It's not all about pointing back to me. My only job here is to show what you see on the screen, where I take the signals, how I manage risk. You'll learn a lot more from how I manage risk and how I trade around positions if you choose to watch what I'm doing. But you don't even have to watch what I'm doing. You just have to listen to two things. You have to establish, protect, and respect a reasonable daily risk budget, which should not exceed 10% of your accounting starting account balance. In the real world, as that gets above 30 to 50,000 in real money, you need to take your daily risk budget down to 3 to 5%. What do I mean by that? If you have a $100,000 futures account of real money, do not be taking $10,000 worth of daily risk. That is too much. 3 to 5%, $3,000 to $5,000. But we have to adjust all that for prop account stuff and for small accounts. So we're going to use 10% of our starting account balance. So another thing that's total nonsense and is being taught even by some well-intentioned traders out there is these compounding spreadsheets that are total bullshit. You add a contract when you do that. That's total bullshit. Complete bullshit. It doesn't work for any kind of proper back testing. It doesn't work. What you need to do with any size day trading account is cash flow it and pay yourself. You don't deposit $100,000 of real money in a futures account with a 3 to 5,000. I mean, you don't have to listen to me. I've only been trading for 32 years and absolutely professionally for 15 and a half, truly earning the vast majority of my money in the markets, not from affiliate commissions or anything else, not from course sales or any of these other things. And also for some of the misinformed that don't listen to enough, yes, also not from making 16 or 20 or 50 or 100 or $200 per account in 30 prop accounts. That's also not how I make my money. But I'm doing that so I can stay aligned with you guys who are concerned about payouts and, hey, if I follow you and I do this, is so-and-so going to pay me out? And, all these kinds of things. I need to stay close to these programs, which is what I'm doing. I decided to activate these XFAs over here after not having an account at TopStep for over 5 years. Because 3 reasons. I won't go into all of them, but I kind of liked what they're doing now. Now, some of you might not like it, but they're going all in on Project X. They're continuing to improve some other aspects of their business, and I just wanted to stay a little close to them. And TopStep has no affiliate program. I make absolutely nothing for recommending that you trade at TopStep or use Project X or anything like that. So the question that started was, do I have something in mind for the amount of contracts relative to a particular trade or anything like that? No. If you need some sort of ballparky thing, until you really grow your account, I would probably suggest that you're not trading any more than 2 to 3 Dow and S&P.
Order pending.
And maybe as much as 3 to 4 MYM. All right, I'm going to flatten my
Order filled. Order filled.
my Bitcoin short. I mean, it's just doing nothing. Got outside the bands. I don't have Bitcoin over here on PropShop because they don't allow it, so I just don't chart it over here. Not this exact one, but one very close. The question is my Tickblaze template, it's called a desktop, in the user area. It's in there's a link in the description below this video that you're watching. So just go to the description and look for Get My Desktop or whatever. You do have to provide your name and email.
Order filled. Order filled.
All right. This is getting a little boring, but those are the markets we have these days. Okay, you got the NASDAQ creeping up here.
Order modified.
Netflix earnings after the bell could really see some movement in the NASI. Most of the stream yesterday, I didn't have the camera on. I think it was better. Watch me eat chicken chunks.
Order modified. Order pending.
The most satisfying trade in this trading strategy is what we call a target in reverse. So it would be price coming. I only have a one lot short now, so it would be covered here at 669. But imagine you have a 2 or 3 lot on, and you cover one here, and then when you cover the last one, you actually go long. So you'd modify this, and I don't think they allow the modification like Ninja does. No, can't modify the order in the flag. So, question about some rules at Apex. I have given up on trying to communicate rules, so I'm not going to do it anymore. So, what I'm going to say to all rules at all firms and every possible thing and all the payout stuff and everything from now on is I'm not having any problems. So, I'll just tell you that. And it's not because I'm an influencer or anything like that. I just had a whole series of interactions with support at Apex related to them requiring a bunch of stuff about people that trade through businesses. So all of my prop and all of my personal trading and everything is, of course, done through a variety of different LLCs for a variety of tax reasons and other reasons. So I had a bunch of back and forth with about 6 members of their support. Nobody knows who I am. Now, so I'm not having any problems with the trading style and taking payouts at any of these firms. If you manage risk properly, truly, and that means never trade a mini, you're not going to have any trouble. That's right. Don't you know who I am? PropShop only has like 5 people in support, and they already don't know who I am. I am working with the head of compliance at PropShop, though, to try to figure out when and if the logic associated with what they call hedging, the same thing we were just talking about, because I still do get notifications on that. And one thing that I've been providing them is, you don't have to do a whole lot to explain what's going on, but there have been some members of our group that have done this and said that they still were told that that was not a good enough reason. But we've had some days like this recently, right? where the NASDAQ is up 150 and the Dow is down 150 here, right? And then there's been the reverse. We've had some days where the NASDAQ was weak for a very short period of time. I know, can the NASDAQ ever go down? And the Dow was strong. So I simply just point this out and say, hey guys, there's plenty of times in which a mean reversion trader would have signals. The funny thing also is when they say that the NASDAQ and the Dow are correlated instruments. I mean, what are you talking about? They just pick all of the stock indices, right? So I am working with these firms to try to get them to. And then the other thing is, I don't like any rules, if you will. I don't mind risk management rules, but I don't like trading related rules that have no bearing to the real world. In fact, real traders will know this, and by real traders, I mean anyone who's traded in live futures markets. You actually get cross-margined. It works to your benefit. Brokers and the CME want you to be hedged. If you're short in NQ and short in ES, if you're short in NQ and long in ES, the margin impact on your account is only the same as one of those positions, not both. You have to have the initial margin, but the maintenance margin for that position is calculated differently. Because that's quote unquote real trading. I'm not suggesting there's any strategies in which you want to initiate at the same time a long or short in two different instruments, but you also have brokers out there that offer, structured pairs. 2-to-1 Russell to NASDAQ, all this stuff. These are structured pairs that brokers offer. Something about Apex and the loss. Look, then just don't trade with them. I find I'm not trying to recommend any of these firms, or favor, I should say. I show Apex on the screen quite a bit just because they were the OG. I have a lot of accounts that I've been spinning there for 3 to 4 years. And I personally request payouts and don't have any problems. So near the close of the cash session, do probabilities favor a move towards VWAP? It's all random. Some days you'll see a screamer up. Today we have Netflix earnings, so you get some algos that try to game the system and do something to try to get in front of something like that. So it's dependent on the instrument, a bunch of other factors. Today's Thursday, right? Remember Tuesday's close? They just ran it. They ran the NASDAQ down outside the bands, way down. And then yesterday we had sort of a so-so. So something about being flagged at, I think, as much as if it's a pain in the ass for right now and it'll get worked out, I like their flagging system. I much rather have something that was annoying me as it is, saying, hey, today in account, PST 169G0013, and then in account G009, you violated hedging. And then you go and look and you're like, oh yeah, I was in both those accounts at one point. Now look, if you're trading half your accounts short S&P and then the other half of your accounts long, that's a violation. You can't do that. You couldn't do that in the real world. So don't do that. I'm saying when you are short or long correlated instruments in the same account, they should eliminate that rule. We'll see if they do. But if you get flagged for HFT, if you get flagged for sizing, if you get flagged for something else, I rather have a firm, which is PropShop, trying something new, which is near real time. It happens at the end of the day. You'll get an email to alert you to a particular behavior. And then you could decide, you know what? that's just the way I trade. So maybe this isn't the firm for me, or you continue to, and I'll do what I can for the little guy. And by the little guy, I mean people that are trading the TDG way, members of my community and things like that. I can't look, there's thousands of people already that have used my code. I don't even have thousands of members. So clearly there's a lot of people out there just trading however they want to trade at these prop programs. I can't get behind you on defending your trading style vis-a-vis the rules at a particular firm. What I can say is, to my knowledge, the PropShop is the only place that actually notifies you well in advance of potential trading behavior that might affect being able to get paid out. That's whether you're on a Gladiator or a, what's the other one? Gladiator Warrior or Gladiator. Uh-oh, I said it. Shooting at the walls of heartache. Bang, bang. I am the warrior. All right. I'm going to go and take one off here.
Order filled.
Yes, I am the warrior. And hard to know if you survive. All right. What's going on with our Nazi? Oh. All right, I'm going to take another one here.
Order filled.
We just missed that fill there, and the +2s are creeping up here.
Order modified. Order modified.
Shooting at the walls of heartache. Bang, bang. All right.
Order modified.
That's right. Warriors, come out and play. I still find the flags annoying, but it's for the best. All right, back up. Back it up. All right, I want to get one on here too. That one is down quite a bit. Here we go. Let's get this little swing likely to break out and go higher. Like I said, we got a few minutes left. Do they want to buy it up
Order modified.
ahead of the Netflix earnings? We shall see. Netflix is not part of the Dow, but that doesn't matter.
Order modified. Order modified. Order pending. Order modified.
And hard to win if you survive. If you survive. The XRP bulls are at it again. 340. All right, there it is. 10 till. Survey says lower. I like it. Not NASDAQ, but S&P took a little shot lower.
Order filled.
A little bit lower. A little bit lower
Order
now. A little bit lower now.
Order filled.
All right, I have some pretty
Order
crappy
filled.
positions up over here, but clear the cycle a little bit.
Order filled.
Hard to win if you survive. Oh, 59.
Order filled.
Come on, Dow Jones. Just suck it here. Come on. Come up and watch this live trade, which is not making any money. Here we go. Can you get down to here?
Order submitted.
Tell you what I am going to do is add another one.
Order submitted.
If they decide to... Is that all the drop we get? Probably.
Order modified. Order filled. Position closed. Order filled. Position open. Order pending. Order modified.
Come on, baby. Uh-oh. They're buying some Netflix. Well, instead of passing the last two Apex, which was the goal for today, I'm down $300 in each one. So much for goal setting. So much for goal setting.
Order modified. Order pending.
Oh, it's only one day, and I already missed the tape bombs from yesterday. Please bring on the tape bombs.
Order pending.
Tape bombs, I miss you.
Order modified.
Give me a little tape bomb. This, yes, a little R button of shame. All right. Hope is not a strategy. I've been hoping for I've been hoping for a girl like you. That's not how the lyric goes, right?
Order filled.
To come into my life.
Order
I've been
pending.
hoping. Love
Order
that
filled.
will survive. It's waiting, right?
Order pending.
I've been waiting. For love that will survive.
Order filled.
G8.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
All right, one more to try to square this away.
Order filled.
All right.
Order modified.
Come on, Dow. Here we go. Dude, we're up massive. Can you guys handle this? Massive wins going on here.
Order filled.
Massive wins.
Order modified. Order filled.
The question is, what is going to happen? What is going to happen when Netflix reports? Yes, look at this mixed bag. These two, this one passed today, so we're done with that one. And that will be, these two are this is the last eval I'm ever going to buy. Not because I can't buy more. I can buy infinite amounts. Some of you can't buy them anymore because you just blow and go. But anyway, we need to pass this one, and we're $400 away, and this one's $500 away. I've been waiting for someone who make me feel alive. Absolutely, you can make a donation for anything. I can't guarantee what the use of proceeds will be. I cannot guarantee what the use of proceeds will be, but your money is welcome.
Order pending.
I would very much appreciate singing lesson money.
Order modified.
I think Netflix is one that
Order
reports
filled.
right after the bell. They're going to go out on all-time highs, baby. We got to push it. Push it real good. Go on, take the money and run. Oh. Stable bill coin. But Bitcoin still pulled down a significant amount here. For someone who make me feel alive.
Order modified. Order filled.
This thing is still...
Order filled. Order filled.
All right, here we go. Survey says higher. I don't know. All right, I'm going to
Order filled. Order filled.
get out of all of this
Order filled. Order filled.
and got to cancel all the orders
Order
and
canceled.
then just re-put them on over here.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
All right, can we do it? Can we manage to get, there's the bell. Can we manage to get, why don't we take one here at
Order submitted.
plus ones. This is exciting. I've been waiting. All right, I don't know what else to tell you. I think that'll be it for today. Oh, Netflix call is 45 past the hour. That's the call, but not when they release earnings. When they release earnings, we will see it in the NASI. We will see it in the NASI.
Order filled. Order filled.
We will see it in the NASDAQ.
Order pending. Order filled. Order filled.
Ooh. This one's got a 2-lot on. Oh, no, it doesn't. Who knows what it
Order
has on.
modified. Order filled. Position closed.
G7.
Order filled. Order modified.
All right, let's come back over here and just watch this one. All these shorts that I have over here.
Position closed.
Let's just get that up to there.
Order
Can we do it?
Order filled. Position closed.
Netflix earnings already came out. It didn't really do a whole lot to NASI. All right, everybody, that'll be it for today. How many live prop accounts can you have? Is it up to some firms you can have 20, some firms you can have, live accounts, like real 1,000. Real live accounts, most of them consolidate into one account or at the most 3 sub-accounts in the real world. But in qualified for payout accounts, whatever you want to call those, you can have up to 20 at some firms. PropShop's one of them. For most people, I don't think you need 20 accounts. Why don't you stop at 5 or 10 or 3? Just get your shite together and learn what you're doing first. You know what I mean? Picking up what I'm putting down? Just get your shite together first.
Order filled. Position closed.
Man, we got a whole lot of
Position closed.
nothing going on here in this Dow.
Position closed. Order filled. Position closed.
Gonna cancel all these orders.
Order canceled.
And we're down over there. And then I always like to go over to back to here and just cancel. Top Step does it for you, but it's not probably a good idea to let the system always close you out of position. So you can just sort of look. I have some open orders here. Right, I'm sure you guys all have methods for doing what you do. I wish it only kept the session, but it keeps a lot of stuff in here. And you can sort by status open if you wanted to. So there's nothing open. We're all done there. All right, you got 30 seconds to ask a question. With PropShop, when you go to live, it's one account. There might be two sub accounts, but just plan on it being one account. You go to one account. All right. Okay, everybody, that will be it for today's stream. I might stream tomorrow on Fun Day Friday as well. If you haven't already, let me see if I can. Make sure you check the description below for the prop done right. It's a great way to get familiar with some of the ways to go about these programs, and then it'll also point you in a direction to find out more about TDG and our community, what we do if you'd like to do that. Also check down below for all sorts of other good links and goodies, especially the Tickblaze Desktop if you'd like to get access to this Tickblaze Desktop. And we'll leave it there. The code for PropShop is also in the disk is down below. Stay green, trade like you mean it. We'll see you at the next one. Be good. Bye-bye.